Hi, it's Diana, and it's Saturday morning. On Saturdays, we're open from 10 to 2. I thought I'd talk a little bit more about business today. So when I go in the nurseries on Monday, I have in mind what people have requested, which is awesome because that's really driven the type of plants we have at the shop. It's pretty eclectic, and that's because we have awesome customers that request plants that they think the shop should have and plants that they want to have. And if one person wants to have a certain plant, most likely another person does too. And I don't know everything about plants, and I tend to like alocasias and philodendrons the most. So if someone has another plant I should look into, I love that. Another thing I look at is price range. Like, do I have a good price range? Smaller plants usually are cheaper, but not always. I mean, we had the alocasia venom, that was $90, and right now we have the Feryx begonia, which is, I think it's $75. So those aren't huge plants. As well as I have the Pink Princess Marbled, a giant one, for $36. So size doesn't always mean cheaper plants, but I do like to have a different size range. I like to have a different price range. I like to have a different range of types of plants: cactus, strings, carnivorous, climbing plants, low light plants versus direct light plants. We have started carrying more direct light plants, which tend to be edibles like bananas and pomegranate and Barbados cherry. So we're looking for a collection like that. I also look at, and I say we because my sister is awesome and she helps me out at the nurseries, and it makes a huge, I really do like handpicking my plants. The problem with that is, sometimes the nursery holds back plants for orders, and they might be, I don't know if always, but I think sometimes they can be better quality, because I've noticed when I go to the nurseries and I pick out my plants, like stingrays, I could sell stingrays right now like crazy, but they looked terrible this last time. So all I can think of is they're holding the good ones for orders. So I might have to reconsider and just order the stingrays and hope that I can pick them up on a Monday, possibly a Tuesday I could try to do. But really I want to stick to Mondays for collecting plants. But that is one of the pitfalls to picking out your plants, is you're kind of subject to whatever is available, and you don't get as good of deals. And I have to drive a lot and go through the nurseries. It would be much easier if I just ordered all the plants and even had them delivered. But I don't want to do that. I think it takes away from what I'm doing. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really do. You're wondering, how am I doing all this on my own? My sister is a flight attendant and she works full time, so especially this month she did. She might take off a little time next month, but she also lives an hour and 20 minutes away. She lives actually closer to the nurseries, way closer. But for the most part, I'm doing all of this on my own, and that means covering all the hours, doing all the shopping, setting up the store, keeping all the plants watered, everything. And I've hit over 7 weeks. I think we're going to be 8 weeks, and it's been tough. I am tired. I saw my video yesterday. I look exhausted. I look very tired in that video. I have black eyes. So I do have a friend that comes and helps me and waters a couple hours a week, which I really appreciate her. She's also very knowledgeable about plants. And so we'll see. I'm a little hours pulled back until days and hours prove themselves. And so right now, I don't believe we're busy enough to think about adding hours. There are a couple of different things coming into our little plaza, and the first thing is Gump's Golden Griddle, and I think that's going to be an awesome addition. They're going to be open, I believe, 7 to 2. So, if they're bringing enough foot traffic in, we could consider possibly being open also on Sunday from 10 to 2. So what are the plans for the future? Well, I would love to take over either space besides me. I think that it would be great if I didn't have to tear apart the store in order to accommodate our events. So I would like to have like an event area. And I know that I need to start looking at propagations, tissue culturing, cloning, all of the above, if I expect to make it in the next few years. I think that that would be a great opportunity. So if I took over the space next door, I would want an area for propagation. I would want an area for more outdoor plants, at least samples of outdoor plants, and then we could order them for whomever needs it. And then an area for events. On mornings I don't have like a lot of extra chores to do, such as tagging or cleaning. I come in between 20 and 30 minutes before the shop opens, and I'm going to show you everything I do to open up the shop. So we're located across from Titus Landing, on the back side of it, behind the movie theater. There's Gump's Golden Griddle. That'll be opening soon, and you can see everyone else in the plaza. I do need to get a sign up here. And we have a really nice parking area. It accommodates all of us. It's gonna get a little more crowded once the diner opens, but that's okay. It brings foot traffic with it. Because I work all day by myself, I bring plenty of food and water. I don't want to get dehydrated. And you can see I change the windows. I try to do it this side every few weeks. The Glaxonias are not doing as well. We'll see. I want to give them a chance. On this side, because they need light, I always have the cactus and the succulents. And here, all these plants up front go outside. So I need to get everything put outside. Okay, so I've turned on all the grow lights and fans, and I turned the AC down to 77. I might turn it up a little later, we'll see. And I take a look at all the plants, pick up any of the satchels that may have fallen down, and I missed them earlier. Those satchels contain beneficial bugs that we use as preventative care against pests. When I first get the plants, I put them all outside and I spray them off with 70% alcohol. And once they come into the shop, I don't want to spray them anymore because I don't want to accidentally kill some of those beneficial bugs too. I also check as we get through the week and I start selling plants. I like to take a look at how much I have, and I usually start consolidating, pulling tables and fixtures so that we always look very full